Hey guys, welcome back to Coburg TV again. We're here for another milestone, a really big one this week. Ryan Exon's 100th game. There's been a few 50th games recently, but 100 games is a pretty special milestone considering the last 2 years. It's a really tough ask in the VFL. So I guess we celebrate X this week. He's been in the media a lot. I'm sure he'll be loving that. But so we'll get around to some of his teammates, ask some questions, maybe have a bit of a laugh. And hopefully if we can find him, we'll ask him some questions as well. So let's see what his teammates have to say about the great man. Fellow defender, Jackie Maybaum, X100. So we'll start with a nice question for Ryan. What is his best trait as a footballer, in your opinion?
I think Ryan's best trait as a footballer is probably just his leadership. I'm sure many of the boys will say the same thing. He's super dependable, reliable, and he's just someone you love playing with.
Yeah, very true.
He's just really selfless. Good trait as a leader.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just his selflessness. He's not fussed about touches, just does what he has to for the team. So I reckon that's something we love down here at Coburg.
Yeah, absolutely. Very common theme.
I think just his ability to get off his man and make an impact. I think so.
Comes forward very well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, very good.
His best trait would be that he's reliable, but more specifically, he's coming forward to defend. He's a really good defender, so he's got good defensive smarts.
Yeah, that's a very common one.
His competitiveness. He's one of the most competitive people that I've had the pleasure of coaching and seeing go about their business.
Yeah, doesn't like losing. True or false? Ryan Exon is a VFL Premiership player.
That is true for Box Hill.
Correct. That is correct. Not many people know that. He keeps it on the down low.
Grey area.
Grey area,
Yeah. Don't know if he
counts.
He tells you he is.
True.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Box Hill.
Box Hill, yeah.
Yes, he is.
And he tells
people
everyone.
That. Yes, everyone should know that.
True. Now it's debatable whether it's deserved or not, but he is a premiership player.
Yeah. And he likes to tell people about that. X is actually starting to develop a little bit of arthritis because he's so old. How many games do you think he's got left in the old body?
I don't know, man. He's a pretty determined character. He could honestly play as much as he wants, but far out, he is old, isn't he?
Catching Peter McAvoy as the oldest player.
How many more games have they got this year?
Oh no, like 8?
Yeah, he's got about 7, 8.
On his way out.
I don't know. I reckon he might get the ton and then call it there. So we'll retire after this weekend.
Very creaky old bones, Ryan.
I'd be surprised if he went on next year. I reckon he's just going to see the year out, to be honest.
Yeah, well, he doesn't actually train very much during the week. He's just walking around the track. So he's not training. I think he's got a few games left in him. He's not working very hard.
Yeah, just once a week.
Yeah, that's a setup for the veterans.
I don't know if this is appropriate for me as part of the selection to be writing him off, but I reckon he's done after this one, to be perfect. No, I'm only joking. He's obviously had some issues as he's getting on. He is 38, so.
Pretty impressive that he's still playing.
It is very impressive he's still playing, and hopefully he's got a few more left in him.
Yeah. He is very lippy. Best sledge to an Oppo player or umpire that you've heard?
Yeah, to be honest, because this is my first year, I haven't really heard too many, and they brought in that rule where you can't say as much. He gets very angry, but he sort of holds it in a bit and gets angry at himself.
He has. This year especially, he's held himself back very well.
There's been a few. Can't remember what he said one day, but he was going at another player and they bit back at him, and even it was so good the umpire even told the other opposition player, don't even try, this bloke knows what he's doing. So if an
got a reputation.
If an umpire's backing you up, you know you're doing well.
I don't know about best sledge. I think it just every week he's just saying why they're in the 2s and they should be in the 1s. So
very common.
Yeah, so in one of my first years at the club, we played a practice match against Box Hill, and there's a bit of a push and shove going on, and someone asked X, "Who are you?" And X told him, "You should know exactly who I am because I'm on the honour board for your club. I won a premiership there."
That's one of his best. That's one of his all-timers.
We're playing Willie at home, and I've somehow caught someone holding the ball, and Ryan's run by and he's given him an absolute bake. He's sprayed this guy. He's called him everything under the sun, and his send-off was enjoy local next week. You went a bit early though, mate, because we ended up losing the game, and I was back at local the next week. So But I do remember that one.
Yeah, so I obviously not out on the field with you guys, so I often hear it afterwards as to what he has said. But I do know that he has sledged me many times, and probably the harshest one was, "You're not a good coach." Now, I don't know if he just wasn't in a great mood, but I thought that was quite scathing. Yeah.
Your most memorable moment with Ryan?
I'll probably say after any of our wins, to be honest. There's only been a handful so far, unfortunately. But yeah, it's always good. He loves having a crack after a win too. So there's always a few of those nights which we don't fully quite remember, but I know that they happened and that they were there.
Yeah, very true.
He's such like a mature personality, and he's very like off the field. Like you listen to what he says, he's really smart. And then I was really taken back with how he goes when he starts drinking. I was just really surprised with how much he drinks and how sloppy he gets. So that was one thing that really surprised me.
Doesn't come across like that when you see him at the footy club?
Not at all. And he teaches kids as well, so you never expect that from a teacher.
From a most memorable moment for you,
Yeah, I reckon just listening on a night out, him and Bunks going at it. Two intellectuals just laying into each other. Always good. Yeah.
Probably just the wins that we've had. There's been a few of them, but yeah, they're always the best moments of the club. So yeah, just celebrating wins.
Look, my most memorable moment with Ryan, oh look mate, there's so many, doing the fines together. He was certainly the brains of the operation there. We had just taken the piss out of Pete most times we were together. But my favourite must be said, we were in Adelaide on a footy trip, and you were BOG. X, you were absolutely dominating this day. Got to the prime of the night, and you've just decided to take a sleep on the dance floor. The bouncers have said, "Nah, we're not having this," and they've kicked you out. You've then, once you got outside, you realised you wanted to come back. You realised what you'd done. So myself, Bunker, Crigliano, the usual suspects have thought, "Nah, we'll smuggle him back in." So we've snuck in through the fire exit, and I've changed outfits with you. I think I've given you my shirt. I've worn your jacket, something. And then we ended up tricking the bouncers for a good 15 minutes, mate. And you were absolute ripper until they kicked you out for a second time and you gave them one of those famous Exon sprays. But there was one day I remember there was a young fella that passed out at a function. This was early doors at Box Hill, I'll admit. And he's passed out and you've nicked his credit card and you've shouted a few rounds of espresso martini for yourself. I knew then and there, mate, that we were going to be mates.
I read an article today that he was a part of, and I think that one thing that X has been a real driver of is just making the place fun. So there's not anything specific that I can sort of point to and say, but I think that's a sign that there's not one moment. He's really consistent in trying to make it fun for everybody here, and he treats everyone as a brother or a sister, and he's now involved his family in the club as well. So I would say that he makes the environment enjoyable for other people to come to.
Yeah, nice. And just a message for the great man, 100 games, huge.
Yeah, congratulations, X. It's obviously a great achievement, and you're a terrific bloke on and off the field, and we're really lucky to have you at the club, so cheers, mate.
Nice, thanks, Walks.
Yeah, X, you've been a great player, a great teammate ever since I've come to the club. You've looked after me and all the other boys to show us how it's done, and we really appreciate everything you've done. Thanks, mate.
Nice, thanks, Jack.
Thank you.
Congrats, X. Massive honour to play with you for some of those 100 games, and it's a huge achievement for you. As I said before, one of the best players, leaders, blokes at this club. We love you and good luck.
Nice, Harry. Thanks, mate.
I think just there's so many to sort of go off. I think X has been around the whole time I've been here, and his presence at the club's second to none, and he's one of our great leaders, as you know.
And 100 games, big achievement. Takes a long time these days.
It does. I think I'm sitting at like 30, so he's got 70 on me, and he's to get to that 100 games is unreal at this level, and his commitment, second to none again. So all the best, X, and well done. Hope you go well.
Nice, thanks, Wiz.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, great achievement. It's been unreal playing with you. You've been good for me, especially when I got to the club, welcoming me and helping me. So, good luck on the weekend. Hopefully you can get a win, and all the best.
Nice. Thanks, Braden.
Look, mate, just in general, very, very proud of you. Congratulations on 100 games. You're such a selfless player. You're a fine footballer, but even a better person. And look forward to seeing you today or Saturday, Sunday, whenever it is. You're a star, mate. Love your work.
Yeah, just all the best. You know, he's obviously played 100 games for a reason, and it is the ability to compete at this level. Often we say it a lot to our players that talent sort of levels itself out, as you know, Rigger, and the fact that he's been able to play 100 games across 3 clubs and have some hardships early on where he didn't get a lot of games at Box Hill, to endure and to persevere for that long is a testament to his competitiveness and why he finds himself in this position, this milestone. So congratulations, Ryan. Very proud of you.
Nice. Thanks, Andrew. Ryan, 100 games. First of all, congratulations. Can we ask you a few questions?
Absolutely, mate.
You've been in the
media. You didn't give me an option, so.
You've been in the media a lot this week. I'm sure you're loving this.
So definitely not.
Now Coburg TV.
Yeah. This is the biggest thing of it.
Huge, a lot of fans.
Yeah.
Best player you've played with and against in your footy career?
I think you're wanting me to say the best player I played with, but I played a pracky game with Luke Hodge when I was at Box Hill. Not a proper game, but
I thought it'd be close.
Yeah, you're a close second, but that was pretty good.
And against?
We played a game against Jordan Lewis, and I still remember him having some nice words to JJ after the game, so that was pretty funny.
Very good. Are you a better punter or football player?
Definitely punter.
Okay, picture this. Ground ball. You on one side, Nat Exon on the other side, both 2 metres away.
Yep.
Go. Who comes up with the ball?
I think she's in the gym a lot more than I am, and she's got bigger muscles than I do, so I think she might have me covered.
I think you might be right. Most memorable moments in your 100 games? Doesn't have to be just at Coburg. Obviously, most of them have been here, but in your career so far.
I think just the friendships I've made. So many guys here that I've got to know so well off the field. A few fun moments of footy trips and off-season type stuff. So more so than the stuff that happens on field, I think it's just the relationships you make off field. So that's been great.
Nice. Last one. I have 3 photos, and so the people watching, you'll be able to see them. I want you to run me through what's going on in each one. First one, it's a very infamous one for you. This one here.
Yeah, so I think this is probably only my 3rd or 4th game. And that bloke there, I think, had played a bit of senior footy. So obviously he's teaching me a bit about what it takes to play at this level. And he got me in the eye, and so my eye I don't know. It looks like I'm just super afraid, which I probably was. But it kind of had gone backwards, my eyelid. So I was trying to see, but it's a shocking photo. It comes up at least once a year.
This one on a footy trip, I think.
Yeah, I think that we were in a bar or something, and I just decided to have a bit of a nap. And then you got me at a bad time. So I think that was fresh waking up.
And a common one, this probably happens every game, but this one.
Yeah, I don't know who the bloke is, but I think you were probably there with me somewhere as well, just talking a bit of trash, as we like to do in the back line.
Nice, mate. Well, thank you and congrats on 100 games.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, that's all, guys. But from me, congratulations, mate. Yeah, it takes a long time to get to 100 games. You've shown a lot of resilience and taught me a lot so far in your career. But as you kind of touched on, I think the most important thing for me is not anything that's really happened on field, is our relationship off field, mate. You're one of my best mates. And you mean a lot to me, and you've taught me a lot both on and off field in my footy career and outside, mate. So thank you, and hopefully we get a win this weekend and you get to devour a whole pizza after the game. So good luck, mate, and happy 100 games.